What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. 2020 Power of Progression podcast. Man, it's been a bit since I've done a podcast for you guys. It's been about 4 weeks. And, what I've done in the last 4 weeks is a lot, but I've also just kind of chilled a little bit. I've really enjoyed the family time and being present with my family during the holidays. And I hope you did the same exact thing. And the reason why I took off those 4 weeks is, yes, to be able to shut off a little bit because I got a big 2020 coming up, got a lot of speaking engagements, have our retreat coming up, I have all my coaching clients. But I also wanted to be present with my family, and I didn't want to do a podcast and know I wasn't going to have the energy or the value to deliver to you guys. So 2020, beware, because we're coming in with fire. We have brand new guests coming on. We have brand new content. We have value that's going to up-level your life in every single equity. But it's not going to happen if you're just listening to this. If you're just sitting here listening to this, or you're watching this on my YouTube channel, and you're just watching this, and you're not taking notes, you're going to lose 80% of what you take in today within 2 days. Let me repeat that. If you don't take notes, you lose 80% of what you take in 2 days. That means in that 80%, that could have been the one or two things to take your life to the next level, to overcome that adversity you're going to face this year. So I highly recommend that you start taking some damn notes, right? Start taking notes. If you're listening to this and you don't have any pen or paper, if you have any kind of phone, you have a note system, right? A memo. Just start typing it in there. That's how I do mine. I write mine usually in my notepad on my iPhone. For all you iPhone haters out there, sorry about that. But I write it right there in my iPhone, or you can just write it in your memo. I think that's what it's called for Android. But look, the reality of this is simple. It's that listening to this is great. But I don't want you just listening to this because it's what successful people do, right? They listen to podcasts, they read books. I want you to live in an implementation porn world, not an information porn world. Because that's what we live in nowadays. There's so much free information out there that you become overwhelmed with information overload, and you just start listening to listen and not taking any true action, because what's happening is your mind's getting confused on what's truly a priority and what's really aligning with what you want and where you're currently at. So 2020 is going to be your year. 2020 is going to be the year that changes everything for you, changes the trajectory of your future, but not if you're just listening. So stop right now, get your pen and paper out, get your memo pad out, and let's start taking some notes. Because today I want to talk to you about something, but before I dive into that, I want to tell you guys something that I'm so excited about. A huge announcement. Last year, we did the Ultimate You Retreat here in Destin, Florida. We had 35 amazing people in a room right next to the beach. And for 8 hours, we broke down their limited beliefs. We created this new mindset of abundance. We unlocked the things that have been holding them back. We've tapped into their inner greatness. We gave them tools and strategies to overcome the emotion of feeling overwhelmed, understanding that fear can actually propel you to progression and it doesn't have to hold you back. And we did all this in beautiful Destin, Florida last year, and we sold out that event. And as I sat back doing my goals for 2020, I really wasn't sure if I was going to do it again. And the reason being is because it's a big undertaking. And I'll be honest, I don't make money on the front end of this, right? I don't make a lot of money on ticket sales because it's limited to 40 people, because we sit in a house that's, obviously an intimate setting, and it's not able to fit any more than that in the one area that actually we do the retreat in. So I don't make a ton of money on it. And yeah, it's not about the money, but obviously, let's be real, guys. Business is a business and people got to eat, right? So I was like, okay, well, I don't make that much money on it, but the value was insane. And I remember what I told myself after I got out of that attic in Hurricane Sandy. And I said, I'm going to make an impact. And I want to live impact first, income second. And so if I'm going to live by that standard, I need to do this retreat, because the results I saw were people starting their own businesses, people starting a second business, people building their relationship so much stronger than it was, people igniting that flame, people finally being more productive, more efficient, more effective. I saw people make more money in 2019 because they came to a retreat. At least there was a component of it. Because they were at that retreat, that was a key ingredient to them making more money in 2019 than they made any other year. And I have the testimonials, I have the videos, I have the emails to prove it to you. So going back and thinking about this, I decided the Ultimate You Retreat 2020 is happening. The Ultimate You Retreat 2020 is happening May 2nd in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. And it is going to be a life-altering event if you decide to come. Now, we only have 40 seats available, like I said. We already sold a few, so we're down to 23 seats available. So if you want to come to the Ultimate You Retreat, if you want to finally stop thinking and start doing, right? If you want to finally start committing to living the life you've always wanted to live, to designing the life you've always wanted to live, to understand your thought processes, and to truly capture the greatness that's inside of you and be able to deliver it at a high level, make more money than you ever made, create the most incredible relationships, ignite the spark in your relationships as well as create experiences that you never thought you could create, and truly start living your ultimate life, go to johnmarrone.com/retreat. That's www.johnmarrone.com/retreat. Get your tickets. But if you have any questions, you want to make sure it's a good fit for you, message me. But I'll give you a real quick insight of what it looks like. So May 1st, we're going to have an optional activity day. Last year, there's about 25 of us. We got on electric bikes. We drove down the beaches or along the beach side of 30A, which is our beach road here in Destin, Florida. And we stopped at a few bars. We had some great views. Then we ended with a bonfire on the beach. And then day 2, we went ahead and had to retreat, right? So day 1 is May 1st. It's optional. It is optional. You can come. You don't have to come. I advise you to come because networking is a huge part of coming to these events. And this area is, if you haven't been here, it's the whitest sand in the country. It's the most beautiful water you're ever going to see in this country. And it's literally paradise. So day 1, I'm not sure what we're going to do. Maybe paddleboarding, maybe electric bikes again. We'll see. But we're definitely ending with a beach bonfire in front of the retreat house. Last year, our house was a block away from the beach. This year, it is on the beach. It overlooks the beautiful water, the beautiful beaches. So we'll have a bonfire there probably around 5 o'clock on May 1st. And then May 2nd is where it all happens. The agenda has not been created yet because myself and an amazing person named Julian Rosen, the Fearless Life Project, you guys have listened to him on this podcast before. Him and I are going to be creating the agenda together like we did last year because he was one of the speakers I had there. And so him and I are going to create this agenda that's going to truly change your life. And I can't give you the topics because we don't have them yet, but I can show you the topics from last year and they're going to be even better this year. And once we end on May 2nd, we're going to go ahead and have a cocktail dinner party, and it's going to be a beautiful setting overlooking the sunset on 30A on the Gulf of Mexico. Beautiful beach, beautiful water, beautiful people all around you just discussing what they've learned, their breakthroughs, and connecting at such a deep level. So I'll provide food and drink all day long, all the way up until you cannot eat anymore. And that'll be from the morning all the way to the cocktails and the dinner at night. So May 2nd is the real day for the retreat. So maybe you can only get here May 1st and you got to leave May 3rd. Cool. Come to the bonfire if you can't make it to the activity. And then you can go ahead and come to this event. Remember, 40 seats, only 23, I think it is left. It was either like 23 or 24, but still get your seats. A lot of people, some bring their business partners, their employee, some bring their relationship, their partner, whether it's a husband, their wife, whatever it might be, boyfriend or girlfriend. But here's the one thing, that if you're not ready to be vulnerable as shit, if you're not ready to get comfortable being uncomfortable, if you're not ready to sit into an environment where you're probably going to go back into some past things that have happened to you and really tap into that and see why we think the way we think, do the things we do. If you're not ready to go into that realm and sometimes that darkness, then this is not the event for you. This is not a rah, rah, rah event, right? This is not just a motivation, inspiration event. This is truly diving deep into your bullshit, the things that are holding you back from your ultimate fulfillment. And they're giving you tools and strategies. So we get super deep, but we also get super tactical. So you can go home and actually have things that are applicable to your day in and day out life that you could use every day for massive growth and massive progression, right? So if you want to come to the retreat, it's www.johnmarrone.com/retreat. If you have any questions, email me, john@johnmarrone.com. All right, so let's dive in today. Oh, man, this new year started off rough. Started off really rough for me. So if you guys follow me on social media, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm going to get into here. I have a dog and I have a cat that have been with my wife and I since they were both, a puppy and a kitten, 8 weeks. And they were our best friends for a long time. They still are. And then obviously Arya came around, but they're legit, we're our best friends and they gave us peace. And they never asked for anything back, but to be loved. And our cat was probably the coolest cat I've ever met. Like there's cat people, there's people that hate cats, right? You know them. There's people that are like, bro, don't bring me around a cat. I know a few of them. I'm sure you do. Well, even those people loved my cat, Avery. And for you hockey fans out there, he was named after Sean Avery, who played for the New York Rangers because he's one of my favorite hockey players. And so his name was Avery. And he was the coolest cat. He was an asshole cat at times, especially when he was younger. But, man, he loved to cuddle. Him and I had a morning routine that every morning he'd wake me up and we'd go into the bathroom. And when I jumped in the shower, he wanted me to turn the faucet on for him. Then I walked him out, gave him food. It was just this beautiful morning routine that was just very consistent. And he's very playful. Like he always loved to play. And it was about right before Christmas. We went to my in-laws for Christmas, and it's about 8-hour drive. And about 3 days before we left, I noticed my cat wasn't waking me up in the morning. And I thought, okay, well, maybe Arya hugged him a little too hard, or maybe he's just tired, a little cold out, and he's just, hibernating somewhere. So it's okay, all right, that's fine. And then the second day happened, and he didn't wake me up. And then when I saw him around the house, I noticed he was different. He was really shut off from us, and that's not like him. He was always up our ass. He was very much not wanting to be around us. He hid a lot, and he was almost absent, right? Absent in the house, and it felt a little empty. And then day 3, it was the day before we were about to leave, and I saw him again, and I saw he started walking funny, and I saw he was always a fat cat, even though he played all the time, played catch with us and everything. But his body was more wide this time. And he was walking funny. And I said, something's not right with him. Something's not right with him. So the wife and I, we took him to an emergency vet, and they kept him there while we went to Louisiana, and they ran test after test. And they came home, and they said, you got to take him to a specialist. So I came home after an 8-hour drive, and the next morning, put him in a car, and we drove 2 hours to a specialist. Went ahead and dropped him off. Got the call the next day when the specialist came in. He said, I got some news for you. And it's one of those moments where when someone says something like that in a voice and a tonality, they say it, and it's not good. And it was a shame because this was New Year's Eve. It's supposed to be ringing in the new year, right? Great things happening in 2020. So he said, I have some news for you. And he broke it down for me. And basically he said, you've already spent thousands of dollars getting tests done on this cat. I hate to say this, but there's not much more we could do. This cat doesn't have much longer to live. If anybody ever lost a pet before, you know that they're a part of your family. right? Like he slept with us. He was a part of our family for 10 years, very early stages of Ashley and I's relationship. And so when he said that, I said, there's got to be something we could do. He was just fine. Not even a week ago. He was fine. He said, John, I need to tell you something. This cat is extremely sick. And I said, well, I don't get it. He was fine. What do you mean? How did he just get sick out of nowhere? He's like, he has an aggressive stages of cancer. And it's not going to be too long before he passes. So you got to make a decision of what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. I said, but still, doc, I don't understand. How did he all of a sudden get sick? He goes, he didn't all of a sudden get sick. Guys, listen. The doctor said he didn't get sick all of a sudden. What cats are really good at is they're good at masking their pain. They're very good at hiding their pain until it's too late. And that pain is the reason why they pass. He said, this cat has had this problem for probably years. And because he is very good at masking what hurts, you didn't notice. And because you didn't notice, you couldn't help him. And because he can't emotionally really tell you, and he can't obviously physically tell you that he's hurting, there's no way to know. So this cat was in pain for many years. And he still lived life the best he could. But there came a point in time where that pain just took over and he couldn't live anymore. And so unfortunately, we had to put him down the next day. The reason why that really struck a chord with me and rung a bell with me is because I think we are the same exact way. I think you're the same exact way. I think people you know are the same exact way. I think you're masking your pain. And that's scary as shit. Because if you're masking your pain and you go every single day masking this pain and you're hiding the pain that you're dealing with, whether it's from your past, it's from hurt that maybe your partner gave you, it's from pain that you feel shameful from. If you're masking it every day, it's going to finally catch up with you. And the day it catches up with you may be too late. And maybe you're feeling some kind of depression. Maybe you're feeling the pain of you can't get out of your own way. You're self-sabotaging. Maybe you're feeling the pain of not understanding what to do to get better in your business or your health or your relationship, or just you feel overwhelmed and you're hiding this pain because maybe you don't want your loved ones to know, or it's embarrassing to let somebody know that there's pain inside of you and it's holding you back from true happiness and fulfillment. I know firsthand, I hid my pain for a long time. And sometimes there's pain I have that I think I still hide because I don't want to burden anybody else with it. Right? Is that you? Do you have this pain from your past, or something you've done or somebody that hurt you, or something that you just feel what I call momentary pain, and you don't want to say anything because you don't want to burden anybody. You don't want to burden. You don't want to put that pressure. You don't want to put that on somebody else. Well, my question is, if you don't uncover what that pain is and really peel back that onion and create tools and strategies to face that pain and overcome that pain and even use that pain to power progression, then the worst could happen to you. It could slowly be killing you. It could slowly be killing you. This pain that you're masking because you don't want to put it on somebody else, or the pain that you're masking because you just don't want to face it yourself, can truly be killing you as we speak, as you're listening to this. So in 2020, the first thing you need to do is you need to stop hiding the pain. I'm not telling you to go out and complain. You guys know me. I hate complainers because I used to be one. I'm telling you to let your pain be shown, because otherwise, like how my cat, I couldn't help my cat because he didn't show me the pain. I didn't know. And unfortunately, he couldn't speak. So he couldn't tell me about the pain. If you're sitting there and you're not telling somebody about this pain, if you're not truly going deep and diving into the thing that is causing the pain, it may be too late when you finally want to. Because what that's going to do is that pain's causing things inside, internal health. It's causing stress. It's causing confusion. It's causing the feeling of overwhelmed. It's causing anxiety, depression. It's causing all these things, and those things cause illnesses. And sometimes those illnesses don't show until it's too late and you can't do anything about it. What pain? Right now, write it down. What pain are you hiding from? What pain are you masking? What pain are you hiding from the world because you don't want to tell somebody? Write that down, because you got to become self-aware of what it is. We're all human, and we all deal with things. No matter what level you're at, we all deal with some kind of pain. But the first step is understanding what that pain is, and that first big issue that's holding you back, that limited belief, the person that hurt you, the event that really broke you down that you never got over. What is it? And I advise you to highly, highly dive deep into that pain. Dive deep into it. It's time. It's time. If not now, when? That pain's not going anywhere. Listen to me. That pain is not going anywhere unless you face it and figure out what you're going to do with it. You can't let it just sit there and fester. It's going to create so many different obstacles in your life, holding you back every time you want to break out and create this greatness in this life that you want. That pain is always going to be the thing that pulls you back into feeling this shame of maybe I don't deserve this, or maybe this is going to happen again. So uncover that pain. And if you don't know how, ask somebody. I have a group coaching that we help with. The retreat was definitely going to help you. But there's other people. It's not just me. There's other people that can help you. Because get this, and write this down. You are not alone. We all think we're alone out here in the pain that we feel. One of the incredible things at this retreat was that when people raised their hand and they talked about some deep, deep issues, other people are like, oh my God, I feel the same exact way. And when you realize you're not alone, it becomes a lot easier to come out and say, okay, I could face this. I could truly face this. I don't have to hide this anymore. And so tell somebody that could help you. You may think you're going to burden somebody, but just releasing that pain and telling somebody, you don't know what they know, and they could help you with it. So my first mission, my first goal, my first thing for you to attack in 2020, to truly have the ability to even get the accomplishment and achievements that you want, the first thing you need to attack before you have the slightest chance, guys, to go get what you want, is you got to find out what that pain is that you've been masking and uncover it and figure out what you're going to do with it and how you're going to use it to power you to progression. Go after it. But you're not going to be able to get what you want by just sitting there and holding that pain in. As my cat story ends, I had to put him down. I just wish I somehow knew he was hurting, so I could help. So I can get the help he needs before it was too late. Get the help you need before it's too late. Get the help you need before it's too late. And also what's happening is as you're holding on to this pain, because you hold on to it, other pain is coming on top of it. Other pain is piling on top of your existing pain. And it's so much harder to go ahead and truly uncover all those things and truly attack all those things, the more pain you put on top of it. But there's usually this one thing that's holding you back. There's one thing. And as I said, there'll be more along the way. But there's one major event, one major person, one major situation, one major thing that's holding you back right now. What is it? Hopefully you wrote it down. Now write down next to it, what are you going to do to uncover it? Are you going to meditate? Are you going to reach out to someone like myself or another coach? Or are you going to go to a conference? What are you going to do? I say it all the time. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You want this goal in 2020? You want this life for yourself? It's going to be very hard to accomplish unless you start uncovering what that thing is that's holding you back. So please stop masking your pain. The biggest fear I have is that you're masking your pain because of maybe pride. You're masking your pain because you're scared to face it. You're masking your pain because you don't know what to do with it. And you mask it for so long that you live a life that is average. You live a life of fear. You live a life of hurt. And all at the same time, while you're masking this pain, you're still thinking about it. And you're thinking about it at the worst times, usually when you want to break out and create greatness. And because of that, you keep getting pushed back into this safe zone. But really, it's just a zone that, is familiar with you. And because you do it for so long, more pain piles up. And the stress of that pain, knowing that pain is there, causes anxiety, depression, and all those things create turmoil in your relationships. Your business start failing. You start becoming overweight. And then all of those things create a medical illness that you can no longer overcome, and it's too late. So hear me loud and clear. Stop hiding the pain. Stop masking the pain. Don't let it be too late. Go uncover it. See what you're going to do with it. Find a strategy. If you need help, reach out to me. I've been there. I've overcome it. I help my clients overcome it. We do it at the retreat. And if I can't help you, I'll send you to somebody that can. And start living the life that you truly want. Start living the life of fulfillment. Please don't end up like my cat, beautiful Avery, who I thought was fine. Looking at him, I thought he was fine. Maybe people are looking at you, they think you're fine. But inside, you're screaming for help, right? Like inside, this poor cat, I'm about to start crying right now. He was probably screaming for help. But also, he was, like, I just thought he was normal because he was playing with us and he was doing what he normally does. And there you have it. You're doing what you normally do. And you may think you're masking it well, but people probably know. But they're too scared to ask you. They're too scared to confront you of, hey, I think you're dealing with something. How can I help you? And even at that point, do you then say, yes, I am. This is what I'm dealing with. Or do you have that ego, that pride, and say, no, I'm fine. But yet you go home and cry at night. You go home and cry in the moments of silence. And you're alone. Right? Please unmask that pain. Stop hiding it. Get the tools to overcome it. Use it to progress. Use it to progress to where you want to go. That pain could actually power you and propel you in your purpose. It could purpose you into this massive progression and truly allow you to live the life you want. Find out what that pain is. Stop masking it. Go after what you want. But first, find out what it is. Reach out to me if you need help. But please don't end up like Avery and let it be too late when you finally want to attack it. Don't let it be too late. You deserve more. Your family deserves more. Your life is not meant to live in this pain. Avery's life was not meant to live in this pain. And if I only knew about your pain, I could maybe help you. Right? So please do yourself a favor this year. Start by finding out what that pain is and uncovering it. Please stop masking it. This episode is in memory of my little man, Avery, and the joy that he brought me, even when he was in pain. The happiness he brought my daughter, because every morning she asked, where's, she called him Z. Where's, right? Where is he? His memory will always live with us. You know, his ability to make us smile and laugh will always be with us. I just wish we had more time with him. This episode's in memory of Avery. And I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that because I did a Facebook Live about this. Have you ever had a friend, a loved one that died way too early? Have you ever had somebody you loved or knew had greatness die way too early, and you stood at their funeral and you said, man, he or she had something great inside of her. They had so much potential. They could have been something great. Or maybe they didn't even die too early. Maybe they died and you still said that at their funeral. They could have been something great. Man, I remember he had so much potential. She could have done amazing things in this world, but she didn't. I don't want people to stand at your funeral saying the same thing. I don't want people to stand at your funeral saying, he could have been something great. She had so much potential. They had so much to offer to this world. But unfortunately, she dealt with too much pain and actually never even dealt with it. She sat in that pain for too long, not allowing her greatness to come out. I don't want that for your funeral. I don't want that for your legacy. I want something more, and I hope you do as well. But that is what's going to be possibly said unless you start uncovering what that pain is right now and create breakthroughs from that pain and get the strategies to go ahead and overcome adversity on a daily basis. Stop masking the pain and tell somebody today. And face it. I know it's hard, but face the pain. You'll be better for it. All right, hopefully you guys got some value out of today. I just really want to talk about that because it's a very recent thing that obviously happened. And I think it could align with a lot of people, what you're feeling, because it definitely aligned with me and aligned with a lot of my clients as well. But please share this out. If you feel like there's somebody that could really listen and implement off of this episode, share this out. Also, if you have Facebook, share it out on Facebook, right? But if you also have an Instagram, share it on Instagram and tag me at Real John Marrone. Tag me at Real John Marrone. If you're watching this on YouTube, put a comment in. Tell me your biggest aha. Subscribe. Hit the little bell down there. If you listen to this on Spotify or you listen to this on iTunes, make sure you subscribe because you're not going to want to miss this year's episodes. I'm telling you, they're going to be fire. They're going to be life-changing, deep, but yet tactical podcasts for you to listen to. And please, if you have any questions, let me know. And don't forget, if you're looking to come to the retreat, you want to go ahead and take your life to the next level. If you're ready to up level and go deep and tactical, we don't have too many tickets left, but come to the retreat. May 2nd, Destin, Florida. Let's go. I would love to see you there. www.johnmarrone.com/retreat. Have any questions, john@johnmarrone.com. Reach out to me. But please, please share this bad boy out. Let's get the word out. Let's let others know it's okay to come out with their pain, and it's only going to help them. But until next time, if I don't hear from you, if I don't see an Instagram tag or a Facebook tag, then I'll see you guys next week. But until then, keep creating the ultimate version of you.